Lincoln, Nebraska. One of the best environments in all of sports. It's the Hawks and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Hawks head coach. He is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Wide receiver comes in motion. He never had a chance to get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Back to pass. It's Calandria. Pulls it in. It's Hunter. And they bring him down quickly, but a good game there.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Got his man. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Got the quick pass. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Cornhuskers have their offense in high gear. They'll run it from the gun. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. And the Huskers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Quick completion to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Finds his man. It's Barney. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple yards.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing third down. To the air, it's Calandria. Finds his big tight end. They get him stopped at the 32. A solid pickup, but it will bring up a 4th down and decision time. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. He slides that just inside the right upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with it.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Now the Hawks offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And here comes the junior quarterback to get things into gear. Everybody wants to make big plays, but he's got to take them when they're available and not force things. He's got his man. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
Looking downfield on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
To the air on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Lawson. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
They booted away on fourth down. No fair catches here, looking for room. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give out of the gun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. Makes the grab in their space. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle.
Number 91, set to kick it off.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Here come the Hawks onto the field to open this possession. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Hawks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Here's the pressure. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The run from the shotgun. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They give it to him again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Huskers! And they take it in for 6 more points. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
Set to kick off.
And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here come the Hawks onto the field to open this possession. And this quarterback really needs to come out of his funk right now. There's been next to 0 execution in the passing game. They haven't taken care of the football, and they'll try to get something going, and they'll have to mount a rally.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Dragged down at the 26 after a pickup of 5.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Pulls it on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. The run inside. It's Lawson. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's 4th down. Bucs will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking deep. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Using the quick game. Completion for the first down, and man, did he take a shot, and I think they're going to tack a little more onto that one. So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. He's looking to pass. A little screen to the running back. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded you were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play, get closer to the end zone, not start dancing and going the wrong.
Touchdown, Hawks! A great catch and run for 6.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone.
Number 25, set to kick this one away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
That is such a great play by that defender, and how many times on deep balls do we see PI? Do we see pass interference? In situations just like that, that defender did an outstanding job.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Pulls it in, it's Nelson. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
Now looking for that first down on third and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And the third down pass is incomplete.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires it incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
They'll keep it on the ground. They make the play, force a 4th down, but they're out of timeouts, can't stop the clock. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Dogs will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Makes the grab. Nebraska calls a timeout, and that's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Slings it downfield. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. This time, it's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
Number 91.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. This wideout is enjoying a stellar day. 2 of those catches in the first half were 2 of the better grabs I've seen all season, and of course his overall stat line is helping the only stat that really matters, the scoreboard. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
The Huskers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Bringing it back. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here come the Hawks onto the field to open this possession. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
1st down here for the offense. Wants to go right back downfield. Fires complete on the crosser. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
That's the story today in this game. The coverage defensively has been so good. They seem to always be in the back pocket of these intended targets, and they swat another pass away incomplete.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all fourth downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter fourth down. You're on your side of the field. You're down. You're trailing in the football game. So I think this offense might have to take this opportunity to be aggressive, try to make this fourth down conversion, and try to go down the field and get some points on the board.
And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Running inside, it's Ives. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hunter. Turning it on! That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
To the air, it's Calandria. He's going for it all. Makes the grab on the shot. Runs through a man. He might have some space. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers will line it up on 1st and 10. The option, the keeper. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? A long way to go. Gives it on the option. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And this one splits the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
With myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lawson. There's some room. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Red pass, it's complete. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Lawson. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. He's got it again. No more room to run as this defense rises up on 3rd down, and now it's 4th down from the 22. Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. They're throwing for it on 4th down. On the move, he fires. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down. So the pass interference in the end zone will have the ball placed at the 2. Snap in the shotgun. Bringing the heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Under fire. Trying to get rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision making.
If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd, grabs it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawks. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Coming out with it, it's Barney. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere, and you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
And that is big time late in the game that you can trust your quarterback to still throw the football because you know it's only a few more first downs, and this one's over. Nice to have a guy like that you can trust.
The give on the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They feed him again. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
From the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.